Wait a second, just get settled over here. I think the, hopefully the, sorry, that blew out anyone's mics, just wasn't showing when I was trying to look at it through the settings, so. Anyway. Give me a moment to get it settled in here. So, hello peoples of the internet. We, you ever forget sometimes that this was a channel I originally made with the intention of playing video games with my sister? And again, that will be the intention again someday. Namely when, you know, Mallie just, you know, she's busy right now, which is understandable, and so she's tired, you know, she has stuff to do, other obligations, understandable. I'm like, sometimes even the fact that I can't get, like, time to play video games is kind of sad. I'm just like, come on, I'm supposed to be, like, the more free one. I have less of a commitment. Why can't I do the video games as much? But anyway, so I'm gonna explain what we're up and doing in a minute here. I'm just resettling my things, and obviously every time this opening plays, I have to pay attention to it, because, gosh dang, it just gets me going. Anyway, so, I have to, I honestly just have this video in like 60 FPS, like, you know, 1080p on YouTube, and sometimes I just watch it, like this opening. It serves for inspiration of, like, you know, sometimes when I just need to get into, like, the gothic vibes, or just when I, like, need inspiration for characters, like, I watched this video. As it was said in the title screen notification, whatever it is, the thing that they do on Twitch. This is the only Castlevania game I've ever played. Mind you, I know quite a bit about Castlevania, but this is the only game I've ever actually played. So by default, that's the best Castlevania game I've ever played, because it's the only Castlevania game I've ever played. Which is more out of, like, timing than anything, just where the games were at when I was at the age to, like, play them. Man, what a great character. God, I love me some clock themed things for the pocket watch. I mean, come on, giant. Give me the giant demon wings and the flaming sword. That is so cool. Anyway, so.
Castlevania. Judgment.
So I'm gonna press the button so that we're not stuck in the intro for forever. So this is, so what's going on tonight? So, I hope everyone can hear me alright. I'm trying to keep the microphone close enough to me. If anyone can't hear me, you're gonna have to say it in the chat, because I won't know otherwise. But, sorry, let me check my messages. Okay, my sister was like, it's still on the starting soon screen. I'm like, okay, that's not good. I always am afraid where I'm gonna have it where I'm like, I'm gonna start playing a game, or like, you know, I start a discussion or something like that, I'll be going for a while, and someone come up and be like, hey, did you know your microphone was off? Did you know that the gameplay's not going? And I'll be like, oh, well, now I just feel like an idiot. But, so, like, why are we playing this game tonight? I did, because obviously, like, the biggest thing that I've been neglecting for the last week or two, as I mentioned briefly, I briefly streamed right before we came back from a beach trip. I briefly streamed last Thursday, and that was to react to the live-action Lilo & Stitch trailer, because I felt like, as a clear lover of all things Stitch, and all things Lilo as well, I felt I had to react to that. It was, like, my civic duty. So, like, I reacted to that, and I briefly touched upon it there, but, like, I was really busy the last, like, week or two before that. And, it's a combination of, like, school and markets and, you know, preschool stuff. And just, I was so busy. And I did not have it in me to stream. It's just by the time I got home, I was tired. I didn't want to do anything. So I didn't, because, like, I just couldn't push myself to stream, and I didn't want to force myself to do it either. So I've been kind of absent for the last week or two. So the game I was working on was my Pokemon Black, or is it Pokemon White? It might have been Pokemon Black. Nuzlocke, which is what I should be working on. That's what I have been doing traditionally on Tuesdays. And so, I mean, that was the obvious thing to do. But you know what? Today I just felt like playing, like digging this game out. So before I get started here, you can see our last file up there. We played this game on our original channel, the whatever it was called, Medieval Eye or whatever. You know, the channel that we didn't really like, you know, plan out, and therefore, like, while it did have some success at the time, and, you know, it still has more viewers than this channel, I believe, because, you know, despite, like, better branding and stuff like that, I'm just not very consistent of a scheduler. We just didn't, like, plan for that channel, so it just didn't work as well. But this is a game we played initially on our other channel, and the story behind this game is just a kind of interesting one. This is definitely, like, the definition of, like, I wouldn't even say necessarily guilty pleasure in the bad way, but just, like, definitely a guilty pleasure game where, like, it's a game you own that every once in a while you have to get out and play for a little bit. And mind you, this is not a game I grew up with. This isn't, like, Sonic Adventure 2. This isn't, like, even Sonic Forces. This isn't something like, you know, Amazing Island, or, like, it's a super niche game, or something I played and I have fond memories of growing up where I know it's bad and therefore I still like to play it, or, you know, like, I jump into Hatsune Miku every once in a while because sometimes you just feel like a rhythm game, or expect lots of water because I'm still trying to get over whatever crud I had on Thursday. Allergies and COVID, who knows anymore, but, this is not a game, like, that's of any of those natures. It is a Wii game, but it's not something that, like, I grew up with. I found this game relatively recently, like, all things considered. I think I bought, because it was back when we were doing the original channel, so, what, maybe 6-8 years ago? Not very long. And the reason I found this game is because I was always aware of Castlevania. Like, as a gamer, and also as an autistic gamer, I kind of like am a bit of an information sponge. I learn a lot of things through, like, osmosis, essentially, as I say it. Like, you know, if you're in a gaming space, you kind of know a little bit of everything. Like, I always knew who Phoenix Wright was, even if I never knew Ace Attorney, because I knew you know, like, that's a big character. Like, you know who Hatsune Miku is by appearance, even if you didn't necessarily know the thing. You just kind of know these things, and you know Castlevania, from the very least the title, or the genre known as the Metroidvania. So I knew the basics about Castlevania, but it was always something I knew from a distance. And the biggest thing was, like, the art style of the earlier games just really did not do it for me. Like, the only one I considered playing, but I never actually did, because, like, by that point I wasn't really playing the DS as much anymore, was Symphony of the Night, which is the first game that Alucard is in. He's Dracula's half-human son. But, just because I liked the cover art. I love the, like, soft black and white and gold color scheme of the game. And and everyone also says it's a really good game. So, like, I considered playing that one a few times. I never actually did play it. But, like, I knew about it. And I also knew about the name Alucard because I actually, ironically enough, learned that name from Fire Emblem and then named a Glyspore that. So, I knew that name pretty well. Even if I didn't really know about Castlevania, I at least knew the name. So, I don't know a whole lot about Castlevania. The most I knew at the time was about the animated series, which I have watched all of, which I definitely highly recommend. If you have Netflix, definitely watch it. At the very least, the first 2 seasons are great. The 4 of them are very good on their own. 3 and 4 definitely dip a little bit, and I'll probably talk about that as we're playing this game here, but I saw someone I watched as a gamer did a top 10 video of finisher moves in fighting games. You know, these are like your ultimates, your final smashes, your, you know, hyper burst moves. And he mentioned I'm gonna actually go back to the menu here for a minute. He mentioned that there was he just showed a couple of clips.
Judgement.
And this is a game he had in his opening. And I remember always looking at it being like, that's kind of really cool. I love the character designs for that. And he shows the ultimate finisher move for the signature character of this particular Castlevania game, whose name is Aeon. If you saw a minute ago, the opening here, the guy in the white suit with the giant pocket watch, that's Aeon. And he's a timekeeper. He's a very time-themed character in general. And I was talking to Malin about it last night. I'm like, you ever had, like, those characters that you just look at and you say, I love that? I don't even know who you are. I don't need to know who you are. I just love that and I love you. Like, that was one of those characters. I saw this guy show the finisher move for Aeon on here. And I was just like, wow, that's so cool. So I watched, like, some gameplay of it. And I was like, you know what? I love this character. I need to know more about him. Granted, it's a spin-off Wii fighting game. I don't expect, like, Shakespeare or even, like, Hungry Caterpillar levels of, like, narrative from this game. But I'm like, I literally bought this game for $18 on eBay. Like, 10, 12 years after it came out. Purely for that one character. It's, let me see. I'm waiting to see so I can replay a thing. Because I'm making a point here. Also, just to look at, like, these things. So, another thing we're going to get into in a minute here. An interesting history about this game is that, like, again, I had very little context of Castlevania at all. Like, but I knew the older games' appearances, and I always thought the art style was honestly very uninteresting, or at the very least lame. It reminds me a lot of how the earlier Fire Emblem games used to look, and why I don't really care for those games either. But, like, this game I looked at, I'm like, actually, all the character designs in this game are pretty dang cool. Like, the characters in this game are designed by the artist of Death Note. Like, that guy right there. That's Aeon. And anyone who knows me could probably guess instantly that I would love that character. I love time-themed things. I love gothic things. I love long coats and gloves and boots and capes and, like, all the, like, old 18th century stuff. And so, like, I saw that character, and again, I saw this opening in this random YouTubers who I don't even watch anymore. I saw this opening in the clips of this in his opening when he finally told me what game this particular opening had come from. I was like, okay, well, now I want to play the game just to know who this character is. So yeah, that's essentially my story with Castlevania Judgement. And the first time we played it on our channel, we played the whole thing. We played the campaign all the way through because obviously I had to play it until I had Aeon accessible as a character. He's the last character to unlock. And I mean, come on, he has the cool outfit. He has also the coolest weapon. Like, it's a giant pocket watch that the clock hands shoot out to become blades. If anyone from my campaign is watching right now, like, that's definitely what the conductor's weapons look like. They are both fighter classes, with just magic, essentially. So they're both fighter classes. They both have weapons that are like that are like pocket watches that extend into, like, a weapon. And that's entirely where that came from. So anyway, we're gonna get into the game here. I'm not sure how far I'm gonna play into this. I'm gonna start a new game so I can remember how to play. I remember this game being necessarily hard. I just, the funny thing is that these games, man, I love a game that looks old like this. Like, this looks like an arcade game. I think that's just, it's nice to have just an old game. But not old in, like, a bad way, just old in that you can feel like it's old. Like this came out decades ago. We're gonna start a new game here. Because I'm gonna play on here just, because then maybe we'll do the castle challenges. And my other file has been the one that says Madeline. We beat all the character stories, and including the true story, which is the one you needed to beat in order to get it on. Because obviously he was the character I actually wanted to play as. But all the other characters look pretty cool too. And so, you have to play the character stories, but we have beaten them all in the other game, but I'm gonna play this so I can try and remember how to play the characters. I think, like, you have the option of, Alucard or Simon. Which, mind you, again, going into this game, this game looks so blurry because I'm playing this on a Wii. If you play this on an emulator, you can, like, you know, can push up the graphics, but, like, yeah, this is an old Wii game. It's not particularly good. And I don't think I have any of his outfits. Yeah, I think, oh, look how edgy some of these are. I'm not gonna say in the title, like, this is, like, the edgiest. Yeah, I think I only have the original 2 outfits. You get the other ones by being the character stories multiple times, I think. And I'll just go with the regular one. Also, but I like the fact because, you know, again, the idea is Aeon, who's the guy who I literally bought this game for. He only exists in this game. He's in no other Castlevania franchise. Such an amazing design. Like, Mally and I were talking about, like, you know,
I will show you the power of a Belmont.
Yeah. I have no context for Castlevania when I went into this game the first time, so I didn't know where most of these characters look like normally. The ones I knew what they looked like normally were Alucard, Trevor, and Sypha from literally the animated show. And even then, also, I just love gothic, ancient, like, cemetery vibes. That's so fun. Like how they all go into a dark forest and suddenly end up here. I also have the manual next to me because I remember not remembering how to...
Right on time. Welcome to the Time Rift. Time Rift. Speak, Sans Man. This is where you'll find what you desire. But first, there are many trials you must pass.
Oh, old Wii graphics, I love you.
There is a strange air about this place. Very well. I shall have to take you at your word.
And also, fighting game.
My name is Aeon. Shall we begin the first trial?
What a cool looking character. Can we just say that for a moment? I do not remember how to play this game, but I guess we're gonna try and remember. Okay, so use the attack button. I do remember you have to press in different directions in order to get different attack strings. I can't remember how you unlock your ultimate, so I have to remember how to do that. Which one was the dodge option?
Good.
I'm gonna have to pull out the game right now because I cannot remember how to do the ultimate moves. So that's the guard. I like how this one he's easy, so he's not going to use all his like super abilities, because otherwise I'd be really in way more trouble right now. He has like this one ability that literally stops you and like freezes time.
He who wields this whip is not easily defeated.
Man, you gotta love the story modes in fighting games because they're so bare bones, but they're just
road
funny.
Is now open. Search for that which you long for.
Also, I love me a good mysterious guy, you know? Came down a bit and can't hear you very well. I don't know what. I swear my microphone must.
I will show you the might of House Belmont.
I swear on the.
I will enjoy your cries of agony.
Okay, let me pause for a minute here.
Ready?
I swear, I don't know why this happens every single time. Every time I come onto this thing, like, I turn the volume of the game down every single time, like, by 25%, and yet every single time I come on a stream, somehow my audio is, like, not balanced properly. Like, I don't know if I can turn my mic up any higher, and I turn the game down more and more every single time, and, like, at some point, the game, like, it shouldn't be this low. It's a Wii game, guys. It shouldn't be that loud. That's my microphone gets just dying on me, you know. Like, literally, my right now, the AverMedia, which is my capture card, is right at 25% volume of full volume. Like, I've lowered it so much in the last 3 streams, I don't know how to get it much lower. Without, like, literally getting rid of the sound, you know? Let's see what I can figure out here. Okay, quadcast is full. I'll try and push the quadcast up higher. I put the quadcast up higher so it's hopefully registering more. I can try and move the thing closer to my face too. I just don't want to whack it by accident. I need to pause anyway, I need to pull up the manual so I remember how to do my ultimate move. Because I just got Risley on Kitchen Impact. I pulled for him the other day and I got him. Just for posterity's sake, really. And I don't have any good ice characters anyway. But whenever you get a new character, they start emailing you. Not like literally, like it sends an email to your Hoververse email, and it's kind of cool because then like they're like, here's how to use this character, which I appreciate. Which they did that in the actual game as opposed to in an email, but you know, whatever. So I'm like, moved, put the music down and I put my microphone up. I'm like, I don't know how much more quiet I can make the game volume. I don't know what to do about that. So funny thing, I don't know, you can see here, but like, there's this game on the back called Aura of Ecclesia, which was literally like the newest, DS game that had just come out. And like, they have the main character from that game in here. Just because, like, you know, it had some cool crossover things. Okay, where are the... That's in Spanish. Where are the game controllers? Okay. No, that's French. Okay, where's the English controls? I just need to remember how to activate your super attack. Remember it was something weird. Okay, the super finisher is X. Finisher is A plus B. Oh. That's the thing I couldn't remember. It's A plus B. Okay, R button is jump. L button's guard. B is normal attack. A plus B is the charge attack. C stick is dodge. B is passive. A is finisher. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this out so I can check it on it again if I need to. You know, fighting games are all about the button control schemes. And mind you, I'm not good at fighting games. At least I wouldn't say I am. Not in the way people typically are. You know, I guess you could say it's kind of the same way, like, you know, some people don't consider themselves good at, like, you know, Pokemon-like games. Some of the character designs, I have to say, I'm like, are really cool in this game. Again, this is a kind of strange game in a lot of ways. Not because of, like, anything it has to do, but just because of its own game. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Okay. I know that you have to press in a certain direction. Okay. That's the dodge one. The thing I remember, I had to do this the first time, is that you have to figure out which ones which attack string is the one that, like, does the best damage. I remember you have to do, like... Also, love this girl's outfit. Like... Oh. Not what I meant to hit, but that works. Yeah, that works for me.
That is the power of a Belmont. He who wields this whip is not easily
I think they said
defeated.
that like he looks a lot like one of like the main character from like Death Note or something, which isn't surprising. Like, you know, I never watched Death Note. I think my sister did, but we have a couple of novels of it.
One of the legendary three warriors, a worthy adversary indeed.
I will do what I must to those who stand in my way.
Ready?
I remember there's like which I'm trying to remember how he does his grab. Which one did they say was the one that breaks their guard? I think it was like L plus B button is the block one. Alright. A plus B is the finisher. Hold A. Oh, hold A with the B button. Okay.
Away with you!
Again, this would probably be something that'd be a little better if I like was any good at fighting games, but again. I'm not.
Apologies, but I cannot allow myself to be defeated.
Yeah, that's fair, dude. I'm not great at this game anyway. I like those, like, again, arcade games, like, you know, continue.
One of the legendary three warriors.
Okay.
A worthy
I also remember when I
adversary
first played this game, though, I struggled with
I have
him
no
because he's a
choice.
close-range fighter, and I like characters that have a little bit more distance on them.
Ready?
The funny thing is that, like, the game has a pretty simple control scheme because it's originally meant for, like, Wii Remote. So yeah, when every other character has a lot more close-up. See, and also this, the AI is just a lot better than I am.
Know the might of legend. That is the power of a Belmont.
I mean, I died anyway.
I will
This-
not
I don't-
lose. Not until I keep the promise I made Mother.
That's fine, Alucard, you're really cool. The problem is that the first... I probably should start with Alucard first. This guy has a very close range kit, so you have to be coming close, and I'm not doing this properly.
I will fight.
I'm trying to get the combos that you need again.
Ready?
Like, this is the one thing that I'm like I cannot get with fighting games is that, like, you know, the whole like frame per second sort of thing. Want to see me die to this guy for a 4th time? I bet I can. This is also why I'm doing this, because the other characters have more complicated color like schemes, and if I can't remember how to do the basics on the first guy, then
This too is fate.
yeah, it's okay, dude. You honestly have a really cool cape. How many times am I gonna, you know? I'm like, I know there was like some combo thing I used to use with this. Like, every character has like some move that's really useful, like some good combo like move. And I cannot remember what his is. I remember struggling though when I first played with him as well, though. Like, I'm trying to remember what his dash move is, and I just cannot. And to be fair, I am playing on a GameCube controller on a Wii. So, I'm just struggling in general. That's the Madeline cameo. Like, I'm not sure how much more quiet I can get while still enjoying the game. No, I know, but I'm just saying that, like...
It's not you. You're fine, like, the quality is fine. I just thought
No, we had this issue before, and Dad said he was gonna fix it, and it's not been fixed yet.
Oh, the might of legend.
They are, but our setup just sucks.
That is the power
Yeah,
of
but
Belmont.
again, like, we're at 25% volume. Like, at some point I have to wonder...
No, you're just quite sick.
Well, no, I'm always quiet. At some point I have to wonder, you know, why bother having the volume on at all? Because, like, we're so low at this point, it's like playing the volume on 5.
I ask you, show me the power of a true vampire hunter.
She marries Trevor.
Pardon, lady, but I will not fight a woman.
It's okay, I actually just killed Carmilla before this.
Do not underestimate me.
No, Roxy,
I am
she's,
Sypha
Riku.
Belmonatis, a hunter of the church.
Mm-hmm.
Sypha? One of the legendary 3 warriors?
You recognized Alucard, you don't recognize her? To be fair, her point in the timeline is like either before she meets Trevor and Alucard, or like in the middle of that journey. Well, like, you know, Alucard's at the end of that game, so like he's already gone through the process of meeting them. Which is something I do think that they do. Okay, well that's just cheap.
Ring out.
Yeah, I got knocked out through a stained glass window.
And you call yourself a true vampire hunter.
Well, you knocked me out of a window, so that's not even really, that doesn't even really count. How many times can I die with this one character? But anyway, that's something I do think that is an interesting thing this game plays with, as much as some people found it annoying at the time. Like, I read a lot of discourse about this game because, of course, when I was about to buy it for a series I had never played before, I wanted to know a bit about the game. Like, is the game itself bad? I'm like, actually, this is kind of, in a lot of ways, it's one of those Tokyo Mirage sessions, sort of. Okay, that wasn't the one I wanted to do, but whatever. Did we both hit each other? Well, at least that time you actually beat me.
And you call yourself a true vampire hunter.
I hope you don't say that every time, because that'll get annoying soon enough. I don't remember what there was a move I used on you in order to beat this the first time I remember, and I can't not remember what it was. How come you can dodge out of the way and I can dodge? That's the thing, I'll start attacking and be like, and I'm not facing the wrong way to hit you anyway. Like, I just feel like everything attacks faster than I do. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Which messages? My phone? I told you guys, you gotta message me in the chat because my phone's not usually near me. I don't see anything on my messages. Is it in the Discord? The game Carter 1, the HDS, because the T-Level where the game is playing sounds fine. The Streamlab where it gets weird. Yeah, you say to read my messages. I don't see any messages. I don't have anything on my phone unless you sent me something on, like... Again, since Prism updated, we haven't... I'm not always sure we're getting all the message... I'm getting all the messages on... Okay. Dodge, dude. Dodge. Come on. Action roll. There it is. Come on. I just wish there was like a lock-on feature. That would make it very much. Like, see, I'm hitting in the wrong direction. I'm trying to hit. Like, how do I get out, break out of my attack string? Like, he's attacking, but he's attacking the wrong direction. Wanna watch me die to this lady for the 4th time? I remember finding this frustrating though the first time I played this game, honestly. The starting with a mid-range fighter is definitely not easy when you're trying to just get punched. Remind me to look at when I get home. I'm on the chat. Yeah, I can see you on the chat, just I don't know if my chat's always coming through correctly. My yeah, I'm just... To be fair, that was someone who had any, like, fighting game experience and was, like, how does she close the distance on that so fast? I don't think the AI is particularly smart here. I'm just, like, really bad. Okay, dodge, dude, dodge. I'll talk more when I get in the characters that are not him, because I remember distinctly just struggling with him a lot the first time I played this game. I do remember having a very similar experience. Yeah, I know. Come on, we gotta get through this assignment one way or the other. I do think it's funny though, I mean, again, all these men wearing shorts, which, again, the funny thing about, okay, dodge, 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 get, dodge roll. I just, part of it's just, also, face the lady, face the lady. Can you, I'm like, I just, you know, GameCube game, granted, I mean, well, technically speaking. Okay, attack. See, I'm attacking, but I'm in the... And there I go again. See, this would be one of those great times when it would be nice to have a co-host and they could talk while I'm trying to focus on playing this game.
Ready?
But I do remember distinctly when we played this game the first time, that's the way we did it. Was that originally Malin was playing this and I was talking about the game, and then she got angry and frustrated, and then, like, inevitably I play it until I get angry and frustrated. Yeah, this is fun. Anyway, but... I just feel like everything else moves faster than this guy does. Like, this is the first story mode. This should not be so hard. Guard. I don't know if it's just the GameCube reacts slowly, but like... I'm like, I feel like everything I do reacts very, very slow. So I'm not even registering what you're saying anymore because I'm trying to kill you.
Ready?
It really sucks to be the mid-range fighter when you're up against someone who has distance. Like, her attacks always seem to cancel mine out, and I'm just like, what am I supposed to do? Alright.
I see. So this road may lead me to the challenge I seek after all.
Man, such an anime character. Especially with that haircut. Alright, well that went through. Ideally, I'll talk about the game at some point. I can get through this dang story mode.
The power of the Belmont clan.
Now we're in a pirate ship for some reason. Very typical anime girl right there.
Ready?
This girl also is a pain in the butt. That's actually the other reason that this story kind of sucks, is because you play all the characters that are very hard to play with this particular guy. Like, he's very mid-range, so, like, or up close, so, and he faces a lot of the mage characters that have, like, distance. So it's kind of hard to play as him. In this particular, just because all the people, like... Yeah, that is the, okay. This is the reason I hate this girl. It's because in so many character stories, I get killed by that stupid kicking move and that one that's fiery like that. That one right there. She kicks you. I've died in many story modes because of that move. Hey, how are you? I'm getting killed by anime girls right now while I'm a big strong man in shorts, so life could be better. But we're playing Castlevania Judgement. I forgot how much the first story sucks. Because, again, when you're playing a character you feel is fit to the character, that's fine. Like, when you face Trevor, it doesn't feel that bad, because you're like, okay, at least these are two mid-range dudes. So it feels like, you know, they're like, matched. But, like, he faces two mage characters in a row, and he's definitely a close-range fighter, so it's kind of hard to fight them because they got distance. Okay, get your guard up, dummy. Like, again, I can't even I don't have long enough to get out of my guard to, attack her because that stupid kick move, it has just, like, no window. And I did look it up online. She's apparently one of the more broken characters in this game just because of how like much range she has and how fast her attack strings are. So she is a very annoying character to beat against. In every single story mode, I hate fighting her because she's just a pain in the butt to fight as. I have to talk to you later. I know her name's Maria. I don't know how she's... I know most of the characters in this game, or at least I know how they're associated to Castlevania. I honestly don't know where she's from. Her voice is familiar, though. I feel like she's trying something else. I really hate that fire move. Oh, I knocked her out of the ring. I didn't know you could break the walls. Alright, I'll take that win.
He who wields this whip is not
I'll take that as a win. Hopefully I'll actually be able to talk about the reason I like this game when I actually get out of this guy's story.
I will show you the might of House Belmont.
Also, random edgy tattoos, love that. Yeah. Yeah, and then here's like the typical thing you have in every fighting game story where you stop facing characters for a little bit and you you start facing random enemies. Your dodge. Dodge to the side, man. I hate how you have the C-stick in the same direction as you're dodging. So if you're just C-sticking it, you assume you C-stick to the left, you're going to dodge to the left, but you have to be pressing with the controller at the same time in order to do it. When in doubt, hit them with a long-range item. Come on, keep dodging, bro. Come on. I hate that you have to do the C-stick and dodge at the same time. Face, okay, face the way you're, face towards the guy. This is easier with characters that have more long-range options. I mean, and the funny thing is, I remember when, so, Castlevania Judgement has an interesting history in the fact that it's a lot like Tokyo Mirage Sessions, in terms of, this guy I think is really cool.
Are you Grant Honesty?
Oh, you know who I am. Must get pretty famous, huh?
Has Trevor come here as well?
Ah, what? So it's him you're after. I ain't telling you nothing.
You will not stand in my way.
Ready?
Oh, I hate this stage just because I always run into the hazards. Now this guy is fun to play as. Playing against him, not easy. Because he's a very fast movement speed, which is not great when you're dealing with some guy, you know, who does not have a fast movement speed. He also is really good with projectiles. He looks like a character that would actually go on. Come on, get up, bro, get up. Like he's like covered in blades and stuff. That's so cool. I know I'm gonna die, so go ahead and get it over with.
Trevor, you ain't.
I don't know what the original guy looks like, but he looks super cool in this, I have to say. Like, definitely looks very Halloween Town vibes. I love the blades, I love the, like, the bandages. Like, this looks like this could be a Digimon. Oh, I was trying to use my item, but I guess I used my super on him instead. Cool. That's fine with me. I was trying to use my item on him, but...
That is the power of a Belmont.
Come on, get your guard back up, buddy. Okay, you... Darn it. I was close that time.
Trevor, you ain't.
This guy looks honestly like a Digimon, you ask me. That's actually kind of the reason I like this game so much, is like, so typically, as much as it might not seem it from the way I'm playing it right now, but, when you play a fighting game like this that has like an all-star cast, it kind of requires a little bit of knowledge of where the character comes from, usually to enjoy it. Unless you're doing one that's like a unique spin-off, like, area. Hang on, dude, you gotta work with me here. Come on, dude, get up, get up. Get up, come on. And I'm dead again. Alright. I'm talking about the history of the show, I guess, when I actually get through this story mode. It's like once you let him get a hit on you, you're just not. You're usually not get another hit in. This guy's just he moves a little too slow, and he's entirely mid-range. So like, he can. This is the other reason Simon's story is annoying, is because they put him up against literally all the long-range characters. They have the two mages, the one guy who throws knives at you. He's literally, and even Alucard, who's like a you know, is largely a close range fighter, has a lot of long range options. And he like has nothing. He only can attack at like close range with his whip. So it's like he literally all the enemies he fakes are very difficult to face him with because he's up against things that really like he's not properly equipped to deal with. And I'm stuck on the spikes. Love that. Love that. Okay, guard, please. Man, we're doing great. Imagine I was better at fighting games, this wouldn't be such an issue, but I'm not.
Trevor, you ain't.
Come on, get your guard up. I love just getting hit over and over again. It's just everyone they make you face with Simon is just faster than him and has so much more ranged options. Like, if they had put up against... Because there are a lot of slower fighters. He's not the slowest, actually. There are 3 other fighters, I think. There's at least 2. I'm not maybe there's not 3. There's at least 2 other fighters that are slower than him. And are much more limited in what they can do. But, like, he feels so not powerful in this one because they put him up against all the... Like, literally the 3 strongest mages and long-range fighters. So, unsurprisingly... It's pretty hard to use him, because you're like, wow, I literally do not have the kit necessary for this. And we both got hit by the axe. Love that. Look at us both fall on our face. And I'm stuck on the spikes! And see, once he hits me like that, I get stuck in his attack chain, and I can't even get my guard up or anything.
Trevor, you ain't.
Also, like, where's your spine, dude? This guy's, like, just got the most interesting posture. See, once you get hit, you can't really get out of that attack string. He just juggles you because he's got. Now, granted, when you get to play these characters later, it's not too bad, but like in this beginning, you're just like, wow, all these characters are annoying because they all are like so much easier to fight with. He got hit by the axe. I think I got closest to beat him that first time. I actually managed to land that this time. He does have a powerful special, I'll give him that much. The problem is just landing it. It's got such a short range.
That is the power of a Belmont. Trevor is here. I can feel it.
For context of anyone who doesn't understand Castlevania, Trevor is his great-grandfather, I believe. Trevor was the first, not the first Belmont, but he was the first one of the first game. No one Dracula's castle, pretty cool.
I will show you the might of House Belmont.
Fighting bad, but now must
See, this is one of the two characters that is slower than Simon.
Ready? Fight!
Problem is that he hits really hard. So this guy actually is pretty easy to fight if you're any of the long-range characters. Unfortunately, when you're stuck with like this very physical fighter, you can't really do a lot against him, but... How's that? As soon as I use my like thing that's supposed to break their guard, and it just never works right. Works right when they use it, but I can never get it to right. I love how we're facing this character that is significantly slower than me, and I'm still struggling. It's just my existence to struggle.
where is place for me?
Cool looking character, though. I'm just determined to die in literally every one of the bosses for Simon's story.
I will show you.
So anyway, at least from what I understand of like Castlevania from the anime, like Trevor's in the first is the one from like, you know, the first essentially descendant with who faces Dracula in the games. Like he's not the first one. That's like in like some like one of the like 3D games or something like that. That's like, you know, the origins of like Dracula and stuff. And I don't know. There's some knight guy and there's a girl, as there always is, and you know. But point being is that Trevor originally gets together with the Whip. He's the one who faces Alucard when he first... not Alucard. He's the one who teams up with Alucard and Sypha to fight Dracula the first time. You literally jumped over that, and that's just rude. Come on. Sometimes I just get pinned like that, and I'm like, what am I even supposed to do in a case like that? Like, I can't, like... roll out of it, or at least I don't seem to be able to roll out of it, or maybe I'm just not doing this right. See, again, if I was better at video games, I probably wouldn't have this issue.
Dracula, meet your doom.
We fight to live.
Ready?
Okay.
Know the might of legend.
Magic Cross! Anyway, so, like, the original, Belmont who first defeated Dracula, at least in his, like, you know, known form, as most people would recognize him in Castlevania, was Trevor with the help of Alucard and Sypha. That's actually further in the timeline. You know, his descendants then are, like, Richter and Simon, and the other one. Simon's technically the first one of the games. He was in the first game. He's not the first, like, in the timeline, but, you know, when games ever go in the proper
I will
timeline.
show you the might of House Belmont.
Now who are we fighting?
One day man shall look to dawn, without need to fear the darkness.
I've actually heard a lot about, like, her. So she was the newest character at the time. She had just been introduced in the newest DS game. So like she was actually like a kind of like a special DLC character, if you will. Like she wasn't in the game on launch, but she was added to the game as like a DLC thing after, you know, obviously the DS game that she featured in was, you know, released. But so, but like I've actually seen, like, you know, I was looking at Reddit about, like, you know, about this game, and the interesting thing is that some people sure are very divisive about her design more than others. Like some people are like, this is the only design I want her in, or like this is her best design. So literally because she fell slower than me, you know. All right.
That is the power of Dark Abyss, the mighty art of Ecclesia.
So like some people are like, yeah, this is the only version I want to know about, and then other people are like, oh, I like her way better in her original game. I'm like, honestly, like kind of like I kind of like her vibes. It's very Bayonetta. That's another game series I need to play at some. I really want to play Bayonetta at some point because I enjoyed like Astro Chain so much, and that's by the, you know, Platinum Games, I believe. They know how to make an action game. The biggest thing that kept me from playing... Okay. In that case... Okay, give me a second. I'm trying to itch my nose, and I'm trying to do it at the same time as this thing, and... not getting anywhere. It'd be funny, I spend my entire time playing on this one character I don't like. The good news is I feel this is definitely,
I cannot lose. Combat is my sole reason for living.
you got a cool nun vibe, I gotta say. But like, Bayonetta is another one of those games that I really want to play at some point. But I never played, not because of like anything that like content wise, but I just was heard that they have really difficult combat, and I don't always have the rest. I don't always have the best reflexes, so unfortunately there are a handful of games that I don't think I'll ever be able to play because I just do not have the skill in order to play them, which is unfortunate. One of them, for instance, is like Ori and the Blind Forest, beautiful game. I will never be able to play it because I just do not have the skill for that kind of platforming. See, everything else has it. It's a long-range attack by him. And that one came to a hair right there. Like, have you played Ori of Ecclesia? I don't know anything about it. I just know the two different versions of her because there's, you know, it's literally on the back of this game box.
I see. If you know me, you must be my descendant. In my time, you were only a legend. I must defeat you to become a true Belmont. And you must prove yourself worthy of my whip. Show me!
I do think he looks pretty cool, honestly. And again, we're in this. I like the fact that we're back in this location because this is where we fought Sypha, who, you know, he ends up marrying. Which is why all the future descendants after Trevor has no magical abilities himself, but that's why, if I remember correctly, again, osmosis knowledge of Castlevania, but I remember correctly, that's why the other, like, Belmonts that come afterwards do have magical abilities, because Sypha's a mage. But, like, Trevor was just like a fighter at the time with, you know, holy weaponry. I do actually like playing as Trevor better though, because like he has a bit more range than Simon does. He's like he has a similar fighting style, but as you can see with this one whip move he keeps using, he does have better moves in my opinion. That's why when I fight with him later, he's a little bit more fun. Dang it. I can never tell how much longer I have until they break my card. Dang it.
You are not worthy of my whip. Not yet.
Looks cool though. Love all the belts as always. Fun times.
Ready?
That reminds me, I need to watch Castlevania Nocturne. That was the follow-up series after the Castlevania animated series, and I was like trying to remember the other day, like what was this? And I got hit by a laser? Now that's not even fair. That wasn't even me. I got hit by a laser. Okay, guard. Okay. I got hit, I think, more often by the laser than I got even hit by him. Because you get hit by a stupid laser that breaks your guard. Also, we need a humidifier up here, like, seriously. I swear, every single time I've come up here, I love hanging out up here because now I have an awesome chair. But even just sitting up here for 20, 30 minutes, my throat gets so sore sitting up here. Which I hate because I love sitting up here, but I need to get a humidifier up here because it is so freaking dry. Like, even and the thing is, like, I'm trying to stream up here. That's the thing that requires me to speak for multiple hours. How am I supposed to do that when it's so dry up here that my throat's hurting? Okay. I mean, fighting Trevor doesn't honestly annoy me as much as the other one because I don't feel like I don't have a chance. I feel like I'm just not acting right. Also, the funny thing I remember looking up on Reddit is when I was talking about these characters is like, you know, some people like to at least, you know, at the time apparently like to throw or like make fun of this game for its art style. But like someone like was doing a review of it like, you know, like after the game was already significantly older, and he's been, you know, he was doing like a retrospective look back on sort of thing. And he was like, guys, we make fun of these designs, but he's like, this game was already getting into the like trend of remaking itself in weird ways, and he's like, actually, there's like, Simon had already gotten a redesign that looks pretty similar to this one, actually. I mean, it doesn't have the same, like, you know, boy shorts and crop top, but, like... Okay, can you stop juggling me for 5 seconds, bro? I can't even get up to get my guard up.
You are not worthy of my whip. Not yet.
Man, my throat is killing me. I need to get something up here. I'm going to remember when I'm done here. If anyone in my family is watching it, remind me to bring a humidifier up here, because honestly, sometimes I just want to sit up here to do my homework. But I can't sit up here for very long because my throat just gets so freaking dry that it just hurts to be up here. Honestly, I have that same issue in my room. Last night I was up till like 3 AM because like well, first of all, I was having gas issues, but my throat was so dry I couldn't fall asleep. Like, it hurt to swallow. And that definitely doesn't make it easy to fall asleep. Mine is the fact that you were just dealing with gas issues. Okay, I felt like I was doing good in my first few attempts. Now I feel like I'm just dying. Like, I can't get up in time before they hit me.
You are not worthy of my whip.
I can't even talk about my gothic lore and stuff because it hurts to talk. After I'm done with Simon's story, I'll just go over my other file and see if I have any challenge modes. I want to talk so much about this game, but my throat's just so sore. It makes me sad. I hope someone's fine. This injury. I am drinking my water. I'm drinking it like every time I can, but I have to use my controller whenever I'm fighting. I'm drinking as much as I can, but it hurts just to breathe. This is literally what kept me up till 3 a.m. besides the gas yesterday, was it hurt to swallow. But if your throat's dry, you want to swallow. And you kind of have to do that in order to breathe, too. So, like, I just kind of sat in pain in my bed all morning. And eventually I ate a lot of graham crackers, which, you know, gave me, like, at least enough saliva to, like, not feel in pain, and coated my, like, throat in graham cracker dust so that, like, it didn't hurt as much. But it was the worst. It's bad enough being at 3 a.m. because you got gas. It's worse because you can't breathe, too. Well, I could breathe, but I couldn't swallow. That hurt more. Lots of reason to be distressed at 3 a.m. That's why my mom was saying, like, well, hopefully you slept better. I'm like, nope. I did not. Wow, that one I died astronomically fast.
You are not worthy of my whip. Not yet.
No, I'm not. You have great pecs though, dude. Although, I mean, not quite as good as Simon does. He's wearing the full, like, open face crop top going on here, so. Also, I again, it's kind of one of those things I'm like, I don't get why people were, like, that upset about the designs of this game, because, again, we are talking, this is a fighting game. Fighting games, I think, by nature are silly. Not that they can't be fun, or they can't even have a good story, necessarily, but, like, I feel like by nature of, like, being a fighting game, fighting games are inherently silly, which makes them fun. Okay, I'm getting tired of that.
I'll take that.
I know this is supposed to be the final boss of this area, but now he just kicked my butt. I've not been reading the messages. The humidifier is still in our room, where it's been for the last few months. I don't know if it's working then. Bring some up. I'm doing my stuff for my class. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter to me. Mom's to take the test in her bathroom. See, she said don't take the test before. Or at least, like, I probably didn't need to. So I'm saying I only feel really sore when I'm up here. I'm in this room when I'm in our bedroom. Kind of sucks because I like hanging up. Wow, I just died so fast now. It kind of sucks because I like being up here. But I feel I'm not as bad on the main floor. Like, it's sore, but it's not as bad as it is up here. So I'm like, it has to be the air because it's in our room, it's in this room. It has to be the air. It's not as bad on the main floor. Okay, dude, can you stop with the balcony punches, please? What was the thing that originally made me think of this game anyway? I think it's because I saw a video that was like someone talking about like if there was a Castlevania Judgement. Okay. I can't even talk about this game while I'm busy getting my butt whooped. Just bring DJ over and have him do it for me. He's better at fighting games.
You are not worthy of my
Yeah, I know, Trevor. I'm a failure. Disappointment. Thing is, like, I think there's another boss after this. Like, this is my, like, penultimate character boss, like, thing. I'm pretty sure there's another boss after this. Either that or I face Aeon again. I don't know. I just feel like there's another fight on after this.
I'll take that.
That stupid laser is getting kind of annoying. Well, that went well.
You are not worthy of
As
my
well as
whip.
everything else is gone. They got some like serious like just BDSM looking things on these characters, you gotta say.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Okay, laser is getting annoying, bro.
Know the might of legend.
This special is also just very hard to land because it has such a small range. It's powerful when it lands. It's just hard to land.
That is the power of a Belmont.
Okay, finally. Beat Grandpa.
Finally, I have my answer. My power is more than just this whip.
Glad you were on your anime boy journey. No, okay, so it is. Just that one.
I accept the soul key. 12 yet remain.
Man, what a cool character. It's all worth it for you, dude. Okay, the other one shouldn't be as bad. Slime's just hard to fight with. I'm gonna try one more, like, story mode. He's just hard to fight with in general. What alternate do you have? That's kind of cool. Let's try the alternate outfit. That's.
Come.
Let's try the black-haired one. That's pretty cool. Super edgy. Get my gothic up in here. A man who seemed not to exist at all. That's Aeon.
Right on time. Welcome to the time rift.
You wander through time. To what end?
This is another world where the impossible is possible. But there are trials to endure.
I see. So that is the key to ending this farce.
My name is Aeon. Shall we begin the first trial?
I remember Madeline and I were talking about, like, you know, what would be, like, your, like, one of your ideal, like characters you would love to cosplay as. I'm like, Aeon for sure. Again, well, not the same, like, it's funny, because he's a character that falls into, like, a similar category to where someone like Zhongli would fall, where, like, I looked at the character and decided, like, I love that character, purely based on appearances. See, Alucard is immediately easier.
Is now open. Search for that which you long for.
Is because he has a longer range because of his sword. Has a longer range, so I don't have to get so close in order to do damage, which instantly makes him an easier character to fight with.
I will do what I must to those who stand in my way.
I sense great power within you. I will use it to measure my own.
Ready?
Get your guard up. Come on.
Here I go. It's time to die.
Oh wow, I didn't even know the other characters could use ultimates on me. If I died to that, then yeah, that's my bad. I didn't even realize the other characters could use their ultimates. I guess as they're not like inclined to do that. Yeah, I died to her in this one, then yeah, like, no shame, girl. I didn't realize you could use your ultimate on me.
Thank you. It's been illuminating.
Okay, let's try this again.
I will do what I must to those who stand in my way.
I sense great
Also,
power.
if I remember correctly, Alucard's voice actor in this game is actually the English voice actor of the main character of Death Note. I think it's Light or something like that. I just remember seeing it on a wiki once. But like that's pretty cool that they actually got the guy who at the time was playing like the main character of Death Note be like, "Hey, you want to be our edgy boy?" I mean, edgy boy in this game, to be fair, is a relative term, but...
Too weak.
Okay, well that's just it. That's like the first time I've ever actually got the guard break move to work.
This too is fate.
You and your dark, edgy cape. Some people actually also really hated the redesign for Alucard in this game, saying that he just looks like Sephiroth or something. I'm like, eh. Not particularly to me. Sephiroth is kind of like...
Do what I must to those who stand in my way.
is more known for like having like the bangs that remind me of Edgeworth. I hate fighting you. You're just a pain in the butt.
Ready?
Alucard is a little easier to use for me in this thing just because he has more range on his attack. Simon, because of his like whip, has to be like really close to his opponent to hit them. Alucard at least has more range with his sword. So while not necessarily an easier fighter, like he's still a melee fighter clearly, but like he at least has a little bit more range. Granted, she's just annoying to play with regardless because of her. Really hate that fire move. Pain in the butt. Because otherwise, actually, you know, like, I do think her design's cute, but like, annoying as heck character to fight against. Because like you get hit by one of her attack strings, it's very hard to like get out of it. Because she has a little kick move that has like no break in between it. That's just very hard to kind of like get out of once you're stuck in it. So I usually die to her at least a couple times each playthrough.
Maria, at least I may take solace. You do not yet know me.
I may not be sure what's going on, but I'm positive I won't.
Yeah, her and some other guy, I believe. Because again, the whole thing is that, like, again, Alucard being Dracula's son is, like, essentially immortal like he is. So it means that, like, you know, one, he always, like, because the whole thing about Dracula is, like, he's not actually a being so much as he is, like, a, like, embodiment of darkness itself. Like, you know, the whole idea being that, like, you know, in order for good to exist in the world, darkness has to exist to meet it. or evil, I guess you could say. So, like, the whole thing is that, like, you know, as long as there's good in the world, there are good people in the world, there must be a force of darkness in the world. She just really annoys me with her attack strings sometimes. That fire one is just, has such huge, like, look at it. It has such huge range. How do you get her, like, and it takes so long, too. It's like it breaks your guard before you even know what's going on. But anyway, so point being is that, like, Alucard originally fights with Trevor and Sypha, but since he kind of is always around, if he needs to, he'll fight with their descendants and other people who rise up to fight Dracula. So I believe he fights with Maria and some other guy in the game that they appear in. I'm not sure which one that is.
Dracula's plaything.
My, what a dirty mouth you have. We vampires should be friends.
I actually think her design's pretty interesting.
I will never join you.
You share the blood of Lord Dracula, and yet you would stand against me?
Enough talk. It is time for you to die.
You I will carve off your flesh like an apple-skinned boy.
Like, you know, like, hers is one of those characters, like, is it a bit over top? Yeah, but at the same time, does it really make sense for this character? I'm like, yeah, when you know the history of Carmilla, I mean, like, you know, the first, you know, first of all, the first female vampire, but also the first lesbian vampire. Then, like, yeah, it may, the whole, dominatrix, Iron Maiden, like, weaponry and chains and whips and stuff, like, it makes sense. And also, again, it's kind of like relative. Like, you know, again, this is a fighting game. This is an edgy gothic fighting game made by the... with art from the creator of Death Note, you know, like... Edgy is a relative... Every is a relative term. There we go. Trying to get inside her range, because she's got a lot of long-range things, so I'm trying to just get with close enough to hit her. I meant to hit her with my special, and I hit her with my item instead. Oops. I keep forgetting which one is the X button, because I don't typically... Okay, turn around, bro. Turn around. There we go.
Back now to where you belong.
Anyway, but, so actually, it's like, everything relatively speaking, like, I don't think any of the designs in here definitely don't make sense, but then again, I don't have a lot of context for these characters anyway, and what they originally look like. But... I do know what a couple of them look like, and they're kind of like, you know, just standard affair in terms of like vampire stuff.
I will fight.
So I like.
No one will listen to reason from the mouth of a beast.
This guy, I really like his outfit because he looks like Garurumon. It's a final evolution. I think it's called Mecha Garurumon. It's the one. It's the one that has the razor claws, but I really like his outfit. He's definitely one that like a lot of people in this game like can agree was one of like the best redesigns because he is like this guy's like a werewolf in his main thing, but I'm like I like that he has like this knight armor too. It looks really cool. Again, some of these characters straight up look like Digimon. Come on, do not knock me out of the ring. That'd be like the worst way to die. I always try and do the guard break and it never activates in the right way. Okay, stop attacking the wrong way. That's also the thing that like sometimes I'm just like because we're in a like, you know, an arena that has like 6 directions, sometimes I'm just I'm trying to like aim in a certain direction, but I'm using an analog stick, and you're just kind of like keep going in the wrong direction. So half the time I'm like trying to hit and just being not able to go in the right direction. Okay, this is the part where I fight monsters, I believe.
I have no choice. I will fight.
I'm like, kind of for the same reason things like Death Note have like iconic appearances, you know, like. I look at this game a lot like I look at Tokyo Mirage Sessions, where I'm like, I think too many people were ready to hate on it because it wasn't what they wanted. And while some spin-offs, you know, did well, like Luigi's Mansion, for instance, was a spin-off that, well, people were looking for the next big Mario game. And, okay. That's hurt. There's such a... Your dodge is good, but there's such a delay on it. Like, I like that his dodge is like a teleport option, but it's just, it has a bit of a wind up on it. Okay, my thing keeps beeping. I'm assuming that's my medicine.
You needn't ask again. My answer will always be the same.
And that was my final offer. Do you intend to fight your Lord, Father?
Of course.
But you have never fought in single combat with the Master at his full...
This is death, by the way, like the personification of death.
Perhaps not. But here, in this place, I may yet topple him.
Insolent child. You will never cross us again.
Yeah, the dialogue's kind of stupid in some of these, but some of them is interesting.
Ready?
Again, we are also talking about this is a fighter game. Like, you're not expecting, like, oh... So, like, you're not expecting, like, you know, Shakespeare here, so sometimes this is just, like, you know, kind of what you expect from gacha games nowadays, with the idea of, like, you know, give me a little idea of what the character is, and I don't ask for much more. Okay. The ship was shaking so much I didn't know if I was getting hit or something. Also, loving the little spindle legs. Again, looks like a Digimon. By the way, when I say that, I mean that as like a compliment, because Digimon are I knocked him out of the ring. Haha.
To oppose Dracula, that is my fate. I
will admit, sometimes I go and play these things and be like, maybe I should go find my DS and actually try and play Symphony in the Night one of these days. I'd love to know what the original game was like.
I have no choice. I will fight.
You ain't seen one quick as me before, huh?
He also sounds like, I don't know, he sounds like Hades, like, you know, from Disney. I don't know who the guy is that does his voice, but he sounds like Hades. This guy is just kind of hard to fight just because he's very fast. I believe he's the fastest character there is. So, you know, sometimes it's just hard to do it because you're like, you can't get an attack in. Okay, and the lava's definitely not helping anything.
What do you think? Like what you see? Huh?
Doesn't he sound like Hades from, like, Disney? I don't know who that guy is, but, like, he has a very notable voice.
Comrades, I will not hold back.
You ain't seen one quick as me before, huh?
Ready?
And I like the fact that, like, this Alucard is not like the Alucard that, like, you know, would be, like, the one that was with Trevor and Sypha. Like, this is one that's already lived for, like, hundreds of years. And already gone through, like, fighting Dracula a couple times. Like, I like the fact that, like, while the characters are notable, they all come from different points in time. So some of them come, like, before the beginning of the game that they come in, or some of them are in the middle of their game, some of them are at the end of their game. Like, That's the thing I like most about like the concept of this game is the idea of them being in a time rift and more importantly being from different points in time. This is actually something I also like when they do gacha games that are like, you know, greatest hits of their series is the idea of like this is something I've said before I like what they do in Pokemon Masters and they've started doing more lately is the idea of like, come on bro, let me hit you. I don't know how that happened, but that lava just makes it really hard to fight because I keep being pushed into and taking damage.
I have no choice. I will fight.
But I like games like Pokemon Masters and stuff like that that deal with the idea of like either being from multiple dimensions or different points in time. So one, it's fun to have characters interact that normally don't have a chance to interact either because they were like, you know, like in Fire Emblem Warriors, to give a comparison to a different fighting-ish game, or at least fighting adjacent game. Finally.
It's over.
Yeah, get the demon wings going. Love it.
Burn away. Your skills are not what they were.
Cause he fought with that guy too, because he was from the third game, I believe.
Though once we were comrades, I will not hold back.
I think it.
No matter who may challenge, my clan will not falter.
Eh. I also need to like look it up at some point. I remember there's this video that talks about like the whole history of Castlevania, but I'm like, what I want to see is like, is there like a playing order like that's best for like modern gamers? Like, I don't care to play like the really old ones. I'm just like, which ones have the strongest storylines? You know. Trevor's like not even alive right now. Like, look, he has literally no HP.
That is the power men feared.
Stupid poison.
I will do what I must to those who stand in my way.
You will witness the power of a true vampire hunter.
There's some crackling right now. I don't know if that's on my end or what, but it sounded kind of crackling there. I'm getting stuck on that candelabra there. I can't tell which direction I'm facing, so I keep attacking behind me instead of in front of me. And then, you know, the spikes. The spikes are not... How many times do I die? Not from the character, but because I keep hitting the stage hazards. See, I didn't even die from hitting me. I ran into spikes.
Held back for true power.
And like, so from this point in time, like, if you look at the timeline here, the interesting thing is like Alucard is from a much further point in time than Trevor is right now. Like, Trevor is at the end of his own game, so, you know, like, he's already beaten Dracula and stuff. Like, he's an older man. Not the person who initially, like, beat him. But, like, Alucard's, like, already gone through, like, at least from what if I remember correctly, he's gone through the majority of the Castlevania's timeline at this point, and has already, like, gone through this song and dance repeatedly at this point. I keep trying to push forward, and for some reason I just get turned around. And then there's the giant axe. Love that. I like that we're both getting hit by, like, man, that sucks. You hear that crackling in the background? I think that's just because, you know, our weasel. So sorry if you're hearing some crackling in the background. James Woods? Is that the person that plays Hades? Sorry if you hear some crackling in the background. I think that's just because our Wii's old. And I think it's only the stage. Yeah. I don't know. That might be... Maybe that's the guy who plays Grant in this game. I don't know. I have to look it up. Normally I have Madeline to be my voice actor person. I don't know if that's the guy, but... Castlevania Judgement, the dude's name is Grant. You're literally dead. You have no damage. You have no HP left, bro. Again, he dies when he lives when he has no HP left. I know it's also crackling only because of this stage, so I'm trying not to be stuck on the stage for too long. Okay, this time you actually died. There we go. Ugh. I'm also, all my like notifications are coming through twice on my like screen. I don't know why it's doing that.
Ah, my long-lost boy. Well met, my son.
This will mark the first time I face you at your full strength.
Yes, you were with that wretched Belmont, and I had not reached my full power.
In truth, I may have been frightened, scared to confront my own father.
You're as soft as ever, boy. You truly hope to challenge me.
This is so Fire Emblem right now.
This time I will not hesitate. This time the son will surpass the father.
I gotta say, some people like really didn't like Alucard's redesign. I think his coat looks awesome. I think he has a really cool outfit. Like, I really like the way his like coat in like sits. And he has this like little tailcoat like design. Because normally he's known again for like having a long cape and stuff like that. You know. So yeah, Dracula's the other slowest character in the game besides Golem. Just the difference is he's also so like... He's also like, you know, so like final villain of Fire Emblem coded. So he's a slow range, he's like the slowest character in the game besides Golem, but like he's a long range person as opposed to like Golem's a close range person. Also, but like, just look at Extra, he looks with like the gold like veins and everything like that. That's just pretty cool. I honestly think the character designs in this game are awesome. I really do like Alucard's. Like he's known for the cape, he's known for like, you know, his appearance is like, I just can't like get close to this guy. The funny thing is that when you're playing with Dracula, he's actually very hard to play with because his attack string is so slow. But again, of course, because he's supposed to be like Alucard's final boss, he's at a high difficulty here. So I imagine this will take a hot second.
Ready? Fight!
tricks are used. Where are you looking? Here. Here.
Where are you looking?
Remember your place, boy. You will never stop.
I can't remember how to do the long range attack Alucard has.
Ready?
Where are you looking? Darkness, heed. Your tricks are here. How's this? How's this? Darkness, heed me. Your tricks are here. How's this?
Can't tell where I'm looking because the camera keeps moving. Yeah, doing great.
Remember your place, boy. You will never surmount.
Fortunately, he kind of works like Ganondorf, where he moves slow, but his attacks hit really hard.
Ready?
Fight! Where are you looking? How's this? Where are you looking? Where are you looking? Where are you looking? Sorry. How's this?
Over here.
Here. Your tricks are here.
Where are you looking?
Tricks are
Where are you looking? Over here. Over here.
Where are you looking? Darkness, here.
I do think like the detail that they have the same like dodge,
Where are you looking?
because obviously similar powers.
Where are you looking? Here. Your tricks are
Over here.
How's
Where are
this?
you looking? Where are you looking?
Your tricks are
I like how you get hit once and then all of a sudden you're like, and I'm never gonna damage you again, I guess.
Your tricks are where are you looking? Your tricks are your trick.
Over here. Where are you
Your
looking?
tricks are your tricks are useless. How's this? KO. Remember your place, boy. You will never surmount me.
It's probably easier that I was better at fighting games.
Ready?
Fight! Your tricks are over here.
Okay, that move is just not fair because he floats up in the air and then you like
Place, boy.
either have to dodge out of the way of it or you just get hit by like 16 geysers of flame.
Ready?
Fight! Darkness, heed me.
Too weak.
Where are you? Your tricks. Your tricks. Darkness, heed your tricks are useless.
I think I got closer that time.
Remember your place, boy. You will never surmount.
Ready?
Fight! Your tricks are darkness. Where are you looking?
I can't break through those fireballs.
Where are you looking?
Just got hit by that 5 times in a row.
Heed me. Your tricks are useless. Where are you looking? Where are you? Your tricks are useless. Where are you looking?
And we're back to me getting slammed around by him.
Remember your place, boy.
Sorry about that, Alucard. I'm doing my best, bro. You're very cool.
Ready? Where are you looking? Here. Where are you? Your tricks are. Where are you looking? Where are you looking? How's this?
Over here. Over here.
How's this?
Do you know what I mean about those fire pillars? Like, you got hit by one of them and then you're getting hit by all of them. Those stupid glyphs on the ground are really hard to dodge around. That's the thing, like, I'm not even fighting him, I'm getting hit by all these, like, environmental things around him. To be fair, it should be hard. This is Alucard's final boss, but still makes me wish I was better at fighting games. Very Ganondorf vibes, though, right? Always gotta have Lord of Darkness. I remember, I don't know if anyone is that familiar with Death Battle nowadays, but, like, does anyone ever remember the Death Battle that was Ganondorf versus Dracula? And they're like, yeah, Dracula wins by a mile. Like, Ganondorf doesn't stand a chance. Come on. Okay, that came close.
To destroy you completely, I would use everything I am.
That one went down to the wire there. Thing is, in order to use that like long range attack I was using for him, you have to hold the A button and then press the B button.
I accept the soul key. 11 yet remaining.
Each time you collect one of those, like the time on his pocket watch moves, essentially it's like implied that like you have to get, like, you know, in order for like the characters are brought here, they can get their one desire, but like in order to get to leave the time rift, they have to, you know, face Aeon again. Yep, I got him. I was like, I couldn't remember. I remember the first time I beat him, I had to use his long range thing. And I couldn't remember what that was. But I'm like, I remember, you have to hold down the A button and press the B button at the same time, which is not easy. For someone like me, who's not used to fighting games and having to do all that. So let's do Sypha just to close out the trilogy. You know. What's your alternate outfit look like? Yeah, I don't care for the gray hair. Let's stay with the original blonde.
Very well. Let us begin.
Also, I'm like, can we put any more crosses on her outfit? Love it. I think she is in the timeline at set in a point, but like before she meets Trevor and Alucard. So like when she's still working as, like, you know, witch. So yeah, this is Sypha before the game starts then. I like how also, this is also the thing I got concept for from like my characters, the conductors in like the campaign, where like, that's the thing I like about Aeon. Everyone meets him in just a random way. He doesn't like pull them there, they just meet him.
Right on time. Welcome to the time rift.
A rift in time? You were saying I
Also,
was
got a little
summoned here?
monocle.
This is a place where you may touch that which you desire most. Yet, there are trials you must pass.
If it will help me achieve my goal, I will accept your challenge.
My name is Aeon. Shall we begin the first trial?
Okay, let me see. remember her attack string.
After image.
See, like, so Aeon's pretty easy to defeat with the close range attackers because he has a lot of range in his attacks, so he can get him up close. He's not as hard, but like, long range attackers, they usually struggle a little bit more fighting him just because, again, long range. Okay, there's the I was trying to remember how to do the special attacks, and I'm like, I forgot. I've been pressing A and B this whole time, being like, why can't I get them? Like, I forgot that you have to. So the thing they don't tell you in the instruction manual is that they tell you how to do the special like attacks. They forget to mention that, hey, you also have to protect. You also have to. You'll get different attack depending on like which direction you're pushing on the control pad. And I was like, why am I having so much difficulty doing this? I'm like, oh.
All power pales next to the forces of nature.
So this is Sypha before she meets like Trevor and Alucard, I guess.
The road is now open. Search for that which you long for.
But I like the fact that it's like they all meet Aeon in different places. Like they either walk into a mysterious forest or they see him on the side of the road, and then all of a sudden they find themselves in a different point in time. That's like one of the core things I built into. Is like something that like. Funny thing, apparently this guy is a character in like his game. He's like, you know, obviously a grown man, but like in this game, he's been taken from a point in time where he's still a kid. Like if you're gonna do time-based things, you might as well have some fun with it. Because after all, if you're not gonna literally have a place called the Time Rift and not, you know, give us a couple characters that are like from different points in time. Because I remember some people being like, "Why is this guy a kid? He's so much better than normal." I'm like, well, to be fair, I mean, if you're gonna have a place called the Time Rift, you should have people from different points in time. Especially if it's like, you know, it's like characters that might, you know, become different as time goes on.
You must learn the difference between the wicked and the righteous.
Also, again, love all the holy imagery on her outfit. It's like it's just whacking you over the head. I live in a church. Although, you know, of course, in the world of Castlevania, like, you know, holy symbols and stuff like that are like legit powerful.
In the name of all my oppressed sisters.
Like, you know, they.
Finally a chance to show my style and wit.
So, like, she does meet him later on, but, like, at this point in time, she doesn't know who he is. Oh, I knew the other one. Trying to get her to do the... Do the other one. I still do have issues remembering how to do the different versions. Like, she has a fire, a thunder, and an ice one. So, like, I'm trying to get her to do the fire one, and I'm like, I'm still a little lost in exactly how I do that, but... I can actually... See, like, I don't know how I just did lightning right there.
So slow. That moss
Yeah.
ain't grown on you?
Biggest reason he's hard to fight is just he's fast. And I don't have fast reflexes, so it is a little bit more difficult to, like... See, like, she's launching that attack, but he attacks before, like, she gets a chance to hit him. I was doing good on him the first time. Now I just can't seem to get a hit on him. I do love all the over-the-top finishers, too.
Spirits, heed my call. Come. Cannot escape that barrier. That is the forbidden power.
Come on, dodge, girl, dodge, dodge. Also, this guy just is, he's fast, he's got range. It's hard to getting close to him, to, like, even when you're doing damage. It's like, it's just hard to get in on, close to him. Yeah, bro, we know.
If you wish to see the power of the elements, it would be my pleasure.
Oh, I guess it just didn't play his voice line, alright. Yeah, I think he's low enough health that this should kill him.
Spirits, heed my call. Come. Cannot escape that barrier.
Man, you just gotta love Wii graphics. Something oddly nostalgic about blocky model.
It is finished. To truly change our world, I must grow stronger still.
That's also kind of the reason that she's all covered in crosses in the first place, is that, like, you know, she hasn't gone and done vampire hunting yet.
Werewolf, prepare to be cleansed.
Hold. Do not be fooled by my appearance. I am your ally.
Am I to trust your kind? You would say anything to get close, then strike without warning.
You are mistaken. I would never do such a thing.
Foul creature of darkness, repent before my power.
Yeah, so this is definitely before she's met Trevor and Alucard, because she's much more stern in, like, be gone, foul creature vibes. Which, yeah, she definitely does soften up a little bit after she meets the two of them. 'Cause obviously, you know, going through that sort of fight does change you a little bit.
heed my call. Come. Cannot escape that barrier.
Nice.
That is forbidden power.
Hers is
I
definitely
have no
easier to
thoughts
land.
tainted by darkness.
Oh, don't worry, you'll learn. You'll learn. I just travel around with some guys with trauma for a little while. Don't like this.
Shall fight you in the name of all my oppressed sisters.
Don't like this stage, but I do like the song for it. Yeah, I still hate this girl. And I still hate that move.
Spirits, heed my call. Come. Cannot escape that barrier. That is the forbidden power.
I really hate that fire move. It's such an annoying thing.
Learn the difference between the wicked and the righteous. I shall fight you in the name of all my oppressed sisters.
Oh, fighting zombies. Nice. This reminds me that I really should play, I should watch Castlevania Nocturne. I heard it had a slow start, but it got better as it went on. Which, I mean, to be fair, the original show definitely has its slow points, too. Rude. That thing is just hard to dodge around. See, I try and dodge around that, but unfortunately, she doesn't have a teleporty dodge, so half the time she just dodges right into it.
If you wish to see the power
I have to get going. I gotta get up early in the morning to work. Have a good night. Thanks, Dixie, for stopping by. I don't even know what time it is. I'm assuming it's getting like close to 11 or midnight or something, because usually that's when you tag off.
Yes.
That was close. Okay. Again, my issue was I just happened to dodge into that thing's pillar like 4 times, so that's why I died.
The energy you radiate, it's that of a vampire. I do not know. I know only that I possess the power to defeat them. You cannot hide the truth. I can feel it. You'll not be satisfied with any explanation.
No, considering she fought the other guy.
In the name of persecuted witches everywhere, I cannot let this pass.
I will admit, playing this game does make me curious to know more about these characters and therefore learn more about the original series. And honestly, isn't that what any good spin-off is supposed to do, really? Make you want to actually play the mainline games. You know, it is kind of hard to fight too. She's very strong. She's pretty fast. She has some really nice physical and long range options. So she is also another one of those kind of like just busted characters, which is to be fair. Yeah, once you get hit by that axe attack, it's just really kind of break. Once you get stuck in that axe string of attacks, you kind of just get stuck. Alright, let's try it again. Come on, we're both magic ladies, can't we just get along? Because, you know, Sypha is a powerful, like, magic user, but she also isn't actually particularly fast. She's actually kind of slow in her attack strings. Not necessarily slow, I guess I would say she's probably medium. But it means that, like, it's kind of hard to deal with some of these characters who have, like, these faster attack strings, like, Shinoa or Grant. These are the ones that I like, struggle a little bit more with. Maria's honestly kind of annoying to fight with anyone. Darn it.
My power is not meant to be used against the likes of you.
You still look cool, girl. Just sometimes it's hard to fight these ones that are like faster like this because I like how we hit each other and like we both hit anyway. I guess it's not that necessarily that Sypha slow, it's more that her attack string isn't very fast. So there's a lot of like dead time between the attacks that gives room for her to be attacked. Meanwhile, you have Shinoa here who has like very fast like attack string, so it's kind of hard to find the gaps between her attacks. Like, I'm trying to use her spells and like there's just because they have so much like dead time between her attacks, it's kind of hard to like find an opening. I don't know who. See, like she'll begin her spells, but then like Shinoa just hits me in the face with an axe, and I'm just like, all right, whatever, girl. See, like her lightning one like has such a long attack string that she really needs to be like far away from someone in order to do any real damage. But even then, she also has distance anyway. So So I'm still not doing too great. See, like, there's like no like in between and that axe swing she has. Okay, my controller just stopped or something there because I was pressing buttons and nothing happened.
Power is not meant to be used against the life.
Okay, let's try it. So one more time. See, she does that axe attack, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that? She just attacks fast, so I don't have time to get one of her attacks out. Again, because Scythe is really meant to be used for distance, but I'm like, by the time she even raises her little wand thing, she knows, like, hit me 4 times in the face. Come on. I think I'm getting closer at least.
Not meant to be used against them.
Come on, use your thing, girly. Shows this attack string is just faster, so I just cannot get any attacks in. Yeah, like I try and attack, and before I've even done anything, she's already doing stuff.
My power is not meant to be used against.
I feel like sometimes I just hit like a bad string where I'm just like not hitting it, like not like I'll be like, oh, I'm doing well, and then I'll be like, and I'm dead again. Fun. Again, like her spells are good, but they just attack strings like are so easy to break up that I'm like it's almost like. Hey, look, like, when am I supposed to attack her when she's hitting me this much? Come on. That one. Come on.
My power is not meant to be used against the likes of you.
That one was just kind of annoying how close it was. That's one of those things, like, I don't think this game is necessarily difficult. I just think I'm really bad at fighter games. I think I'm getting at least consistently closer this time.
My power is not meant to be used against.
Again, when I get hit by that axe attack string, it's just good night, because I'm like, I just can't break out of it. My shield doesn't last long enough to just guard against it. Trying to dodge around it, it just doesn't do me squat. Okay, you're just killing me, girl. Yeah. Just get me back to the continue. I was going to be like, I'm making such good progress, and then I'll be like, and never mind, there's the one I'm stuck on again. Come on, jump. Down, stupid goo lady. And also, a lot of the time, it is just the hazard of the stage that are annoying. Okay. Had some headway. Lost it immediately. I swear it's just the hazards of some of these stages that are like... This stage in particular, I seem to die very consistently on. Sure, when I get to Shanoa's story, hers is going to be very easy because she's a very strong and capable character. Like, what am I even supposed to do here? I'm just... And... I'm dead. Again, entirely with that axe attack.
My power is not meant to be used against them.
Oh boy. This will be the last story mode for sure. Her attack strings are just like too fast to really counter. I wish they had a setting that's like, okay, after you've died to this fight 5 times, we'll lower the difficulty. Because clearly you're struggling. Or, I don't know, even if it's not like they let you do it, like they'll be like, okay, we'll make the thing... We'll make the lady stop doing this one thing because clearly you're not, like, doing well. And we don't want you to stop playing this game. I don't even have time to like get in attacking because her attacks just launch so much faster than mine. I'm like, what am I supposed to do, bro? Of course, I would defeat her by just whacking her with my giant mace thing. Alright. Who's next? I think we have like one more fight. That wasn't even the final fight, mind you. Just that's a very annoying stage.
If you wish to see the power of the elements, it would be my pleasure.
Fighting bad. Now, must fight. Ready? Fight!
All power pales next to the forces of nature.
Hey, cheap win, but it's a win. Also, soundtrack in this game is very good.
Wear the title proudly.
One of the legendary three warriors. A worthy adversary indeed.
Ready? Fight!
Good.
This won't be enough to kill him, but it should give me a good, like, knock forward in this fight.
That is the forbidden power.
Come on, dodge.
Time's up!
I still have more HP than you.
To truly change our world, I must grow stronger still.
Take that, dude.
It's you, Carmilla. You're that church witch, aren't you? All snug and comfy in your holy robes. Proud of yourself. What do you mean? Well, I understand witches face certain trials lately. That all began because you monsters meddled with the hearts and minds of mankind. That is the true nature of man. We merely gave it a little nudge. Come, show me your true nature now.
Ready? Fight!
Try again. I'm not done. I'm not done.
Yeah, the music in this game really is very nice. Yeah. The problem was,
Not nearly as entertaining as I had hoped.
yeah, I kept trying to use my flame one. For some reason, I kept using that ice one instead, which is useless in unless you're close up. Oh, that was fun.
Not nearly as entertaining as I'd hoped.
Funnily enough, I actually don't find her outfit very distracting because it really makes sense for the character, so I'm like, eh.
Ready? Fight!
Slow. Try again. Try again. Freeze. I'm not done. Yes. Try again. Freeze. I'm not done. Freeze. Freeze. Not good enough. Here. Yes. Not bad. Here. Here. Not bad. Yes. Not bad. Freeze. I'm not
I got closer that time at least.
Not nearly as entertaining.
This would probably be more entertaining if I can give better commentary because my throat wasn't dry, or if I wasn't focusing so much on actually trying to win that I was, you know. See, this would be a great game to play with a co-host because I'm unfortunately focusing so much on actually trying to win that I can't give a lot of commentary.
Not bad. Not bad.
KO!
Really don't like the hook chain move, that's kind of
Not
annoying.
nearly as entertaining.
Ready?
Also, her, like, guard breaker move has, like, no range. It's so close. You have to be, like, right on top of her in order for her to actually do anything. How
Not nearly as entertaining as I had hoped.
I love when they compliment the AI that's kicking my butt.
Ready?
Not bad. Over here. Not bad.
Hey, I'll take a cheap win by spamming items.
I have punished one who began your persecution.
I'll take that.
I accept the soul key. 10 yet remain.
I'm glad I seen you at the end of every chapter because it makes it a little bit more bearable. Grant and Maria, who are both much easier playing characters. Oh boy. So I did. Fortunately, I did not end up talking as much as I had hoped I would for this. I forgot how hard the earlier parts of the game are. And also, I forgot how much I suck at fighting games. So anyway, it's now 11:30. I stayed up a bit longer than I intended to. Such is the nature of starting streaming a bit late. I should have started earlier. I just didn't, but such is life. Anyway, that's where I'm going to stop for right now. And we'll see what I do going forward. I honestly might come back and play this again. I would love to actually, as much as it is frustrating to get stuck on some of those harder bosses towards the end of the story modes, I'm oddly enough still kind of just intrigued and lightly enamored to this game because I love the vibes of it. The vibes are great. I like the character designs. I think it's just kind of fun, even if I suck at it. It's kind of the reason I played fighting games in the first place. I mean, I played a lot of fighting games growing up just because I have 3 siblings, so we had to play any game that was multiplayer, so we played a lot of fighting games. And none of us were good at them, but you still kind of liked them because you just liked playing the characters that you liked, and you liked using their moves and stuff like that. It's the reason that, like, you know, why I have some friends who, like, play fighting games, but I never can play fighting games with them. I don't enjoy playing fighting games with them because they play it on, like, a competitive level. And so, like, I'm not saying I have to win every time, but there are some times when you're playing a person and you're like, I remember I would play with my one friend, and he would play in Smash Bros. Tournaments. And I did play with him once, and after that I told him I didn't want to do it again, because I'm like, if you're playing against someone, like, if I'm playing against my sister Madeline, and, like, we both suck, but at least we both suck, so it means, like, it's not like there's a serious power difference, it is more random who will win. As opposed to, like, if I'm playing against someone who, like, I suck, but I'm playing against someone who is very, like, skilled with the game and is very good at it, even if they're holding back, they're still gonna kick my butt. It's gonna be like these AI players where I'm like, I can beat my head against the wall, like, 20 times, it doesn't even, I know how to beat you any better than I did the first 4 times you killed me. Which is why, like, ultimately, even though he's, like, really good at Smash Bros. And stuff like that, I could never play that with him, even if I liked playing Smash Bros. As a game. Because, unfortunately, you know, he's someone who, like, plays in tournaments, and I'm not good at the game. I just like playing it very, very, very casually, and just pretty much for the characters. I don't take it to a strategic level, I don't take it to anything, so, like, he tried to play with me once, and he tried to teach me how to play the game, and I just told him, like, dude, due respect, all kindness in the world, but I'm like, I could learn how to get good at this game, and I'm sure I really wanted to, but I just don't have the reflexes, and, like, you know, to do that. Alright, now all I'm getting is frustrated because you're kicking my butt over and over again like a broken computer player. Like, at least if I'm bad, but I have a sense that I could win, I'm willing to keep playing. But I'm like, if I'm bad and I know I can't win, then I just don't keep playing. Anyway, so I'm gonna leave it there for now. We'll come back to this a little later, I think. Actually, you know, let me see something real fast. Let me check something. Before I... 2:15 already. I don't think I'm gonna beat it in the same time I did for this game. I wanna, check something real fast. So as you can see in here, I have all the characters unlocked. Or at least most of them, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. No, I believe I have to... I believe she's becomes playable when you download. You have to do like a Wi-Fi connection thing in order to make her playable, and then Dracula is playable, I think, after you beat the Time Reaper on hard mode. I have to look it up. I have all the other characters unlocked. Anyway. This guy's my favorite. Love him. I feel before I tag off for the night, I have to, at minimum, go and play him in one of the modes. I love all his alternate outfits, too. I only have one of them unlocked. You have to beat the story more than once in order to get the other ones unlocked. So I'm not going to play his story right now. I'll do that later. But I believe the castle mode is supposed to be challenge mode, so I'm going to see if I can...
It is time to fight.
Gosh, you look so awesome. I would love to cosplay as you, dude. So I'm going to just take a moment, because I'm like, I came on this game proclaiming my love of how much I love this character's outfit. Man, you're so cool. Look at him with his little pocket watch and then his big pocket watch weapon. I have to remember how to play him though. His specials work in a certain way. I don't remember how to. I'm gonna have to try and remember how his specials work. His work on a timer.
To mend the fabric of time, I ask you meet me in combat.
Ready?
Yeah, if I remember correctly. So the way his attacks work is that they work on a timer, so it's based on the charge he accumulates or how much time has passed. I've never played with him in his alternate outfit. I gotta admit, it makes him look... He looks great in the white, but like he also looks really cool here. Oh, and his after image turns red because his outfit's red. Love that.
I'm over here. I'm over here. I'm over here. In after image. In after image. In after image.
I always have to remember to dodge to the right side. I keep forgetting that you have to push the C-stick in the same direction as the direction you're moving in order to dodge in that direction. Because the C-stick just activates the dodge, it doesn't actually make you dodge in a certain direction. There we go.
Right on time. This moment was preordained.
Man, you look so cool, dude. Guy, and then not on a positive note, you know. This is the mode where you go and get like you get like special items and stuff like that, so you can get your like character's bunny ears and stuff like that. Yeah, I think I can do a 4K combo.
In this place, I too am able to fight.
Man, you're so cool.
Ready? Fight!
Again, I spent $18 just so I could do this. There's the 4-hit combo.
I cannot allow that which would disrupt the flow of time.
Yeah, I definitely picture that the conductors have like a weapon like that. Destroy 6 objects, that's not too bad.
To mend the fabric of time, I ask you meet me in combat.
And they were just cooking when they made this character. This outfit is so cool. I have to set, and also I just have to remember to time my dodges right. There it is.
I cannot allow that which would disrupt the flow of time.
I think I'm gonna have to make a D&D character based off like this version of him with the black and the red. Because like, as if the character couldn't look any cooler because he has the black and white color scheme, they did black and red as well. Come on, this character was made for me to just fall in love with. Who am I have to? Okay, am I fighting? I'm just fighting monsters. Okay, that's fine. Then after this, I will go to bed. I came on this game to play this guy. I'm gonna play this guy just for a minute or two. I'm gonna get him in the story mode of my other game, but like as long as I got him unlocked on this mode, I might as well fight with him. Those guys just stop shooting fireballs at me. I appreciate that.
Right on time. This moment was preordained.
Oh, I can be attacked while I'm moving between doors. That's interesting. Maybe next time I won't even do the story mode. I'll just play this castle mode with Aeon.
In this place, I too am able to fight.
Yeah, you kick, dude.
Right on time. This moment was preordained.
Sub-weapon. I'm fighting myself. Okay, that's just funny. I don't know if it's intentionally fighting me with whoever I'm fighting with, or I was always meant to fight Aeon in this case, but like, that's funny.
Well now, what have we here? Two of us cannot be allowed to exist at once.
I love when the character is self-aware.
Not quite. Not quite. An after image. Not quite. An after image.
It's also something I think is fun about his character. Is that, like... He's...
An after image. Not quite.
You hear him just kind of like giggling the whole time. Like, he's like... That's the one thing. He's like, he's very mysterious, but he also has this kind of like impish side that I just think is very funny. It's... Again, this was kind of like... What, like, I... imagined to my, like... The conductor's personalities in, like, another character I had that was time-themed at the time was, that was, from my story, Chronomancer. Was, trying to defeat you with a sub-weapon. It's just I can't get past the dude's guard. I couldn't find any more hearts to use my sub-weapon. Well, that's probably as good a place as any to pause for now. You look great, dude. You look great. If I cosplayed him, would I cosplay him in his normal white outfit, or would I cosplay him in that really awesome red and black alternate outfit? I don't know. Anyway, maybe I'll play the castle mode a little bit more when I'm playing this later, but I'm like, I have to end on a positive note. Gotta play my boy. It's again, paid $18 for that character alone, who I didn't even know, who I literally just like looked at it in a trailer and said, wow, you're awesome. Anyway, I'll see if I can stream again this week. I might play this game, I might play Black and White. Maybe I'll crochet. I'm working on a blanket right now, actually, for my sister. But we'll see what the week brings. I do have a good amount of writing to do this week for my classes, but I also am not nannying this week, so I might have a little bit more extra time. But then again, on the other hand, I also have D&D this week. So, assuming I can get my voice back. We'll see if I stream again. I'll try and stream maybe one more time this week. I think I would be doable. Anyway, so thanks for anyone who came and who popped in, who sat and watched me. This was probably not the most entertaining stream. I wasn't chatting as much as I normally did because, unfortunately, when I'm not good at the game, I have to actually focus on playing the game, which means I can't talk. So that's the time when, like, games like this are really probably better when I have a co-host, which is what I did when I played the game the first time. But you know what? I'm having fun. Hope people are having fun with me. Maybe I'll crochet next time, and then I'll use that time to talk about Castlevania Judgment and talk about, like, my love of time-themed characters and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, thanks for everyone for joining me. Hope you had a good day. Hope you had a good time, I mean. And I hope you have a good night. And maybe I'll see you again at some point later in the week. Bye.